Hello and welcome to the April Wellness video. April is Alcohol Awareness Month, so here we are going to focus on the facts regarding alcoholism, how alcohol affects our health, triggers such as stress and currently the COVID pandemic, and finally we will cover prevention. With the remaining time, guidance will be provided for alleviating localized arm soreness following the COVID vaccination. First, the facts. Did you know that alcoholism is the #1 public health issue we face here in the United States? It is estimated that 14.5 million people over the age of 12 have an alcohol disorder. Motor vehicle crashes involving an alcohol-impaired driver accounts for about 29 deaths per day. Alcohol consumption presents a large economic cost in this country. The CDC revealed that the lost workplace productivity, health care fees, property damage, and other costs associated with alcohol consumption tallied $249 billion in 2010. Alcohol poses multiple threats to our health. Short-term effects include increased likelihood of being involved in a vehicle accident, fall, drowning, or burning incident. Drinking heavily or binge drinking increases risk of violence and alcohol poisoning. Long-term effects include high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, liver disease, and digestive disorders, as well as cancer. Decreased immune strength and learning or memory disorders. Alcohol consumption can also negatively impact mental health and trigger social problems. Alcohol dependence is also a health risk. I'm sure we have all heard or maybe even said to ourselves, I need a drink. But it's important to recognize that stress often triggers increased alcohol consumption. Also important to acknowledge is that alcohol can heighten anxiety, depression, and other mental health problems while also disrupting sleep. So although the thought of that glass of wine or cold beer might sound enticing at the end of a stressful work week, the effects may actually be counterintuitive. Speaking of stress, we've sure had plenty of it in the midst of this pandemic, but it is important to note that alcohol does not protect against the COVID-19 virus. It can actually weaken the immune system, making it more easy to contract the virus and more likely the symptoms will take a toll on our health. Drinking alcohol has also been linked to increasing the risk of pneumonia or acute respiratory distress syndrome, both of which have been also linked with COVID. Prevention is key to reducing the negative impact of alcohol consumption on ourselves and those who surround us. First, take note of the U.S. dietary guidelines that recommend women stick to consuming 1 drink per day and men limit their intake to 2 drinks per day. Also crucial, don't serve or purchase alcohol to those under the legal age of 21 years old. If you are experiencing signs or symptoms of alcohol dependence, please connect with your healthcare provider to explore counseling or treatment options. Managing stress through healthier avenues such as exercise, meditation, or community outreach can also help moderate alcohol consumption. Here we go again with another pandemic challenge. If you have received or spoken to someone else who's received the COVID-19 vaccine, then this next topic won't be a surprise. Experiencing soreness at the injection site is the most commonly reported symptom of the vaccine. The vaccine is injected into the deltoid muscle. It is important to note that the deltoids move the arm out to the side in abduction, internally and externally such as when throwing a baseball, and forward and backward. The vaccine triggers an inflammatory response, often contributing to soreness in the upper arm as our body's defense system jumps into action. The good news is that the gentle movement of the arm will activate the involved muscles and help resolve the localized soreness quicker. The movement in this card is abduction. While sitting or standing with arms hanging by the side and palms facing forward, slowly raise your arms overhead and then control the gentle movement back to your side. Repeat this 5 to 10 times. Next, we take it to an overhead press. Start with your hands at shoulder height, palms again facing forward. Raise your hands overhead and then slow and controlled return to the starting position. To perform shoulder internal and external rotations, begin with the involved hand resting by the opposite hip. Maintain a 90-degree bend and your elbow while externally rotating and moving the hand away from your body. Then move the opposite way, internally rotating back to the starting position. The last active movement here will begin your hand outstretched in front of you, palm facing up. Next, slowly move your hand laterally towards your side body while keeping your arm parallel with the floor. Then bring your hand back to the midline starting point, arm still outstretched. To conclude the series of deltoid exercises, we will stretch out the posterior shoulder by reaching the involved arm across your chest and using your opposite arm with the hug it close to your trunk. The information contained in this video was gathered from the CDC website. For more information, please visit the CDC homepage. Thank you for joining us. I hope you found the information helpful. Please do not hesitate to connect with Alyssa or I with questions, comments, or concerns. Have a great day.